My name is Rachel Uhas, and I'm responding to the discussion in the book about Hurricane Katrina. Um, First of all, the discussion kind of left me wanting to do more research about the event and what happened and the aftermath. Um, I knew that it was a horrible thing, and I knew that there was some delay in the rescue efforts and some mistakes made, but I had never really done any research about it. So that's something that I think I might pursue in the future. One thing that struck me was the fact that it took them 9 days to get to the people who were in the Superdome. And I feel like I don't have enough information to really make an opinion about that. I don't know why it took 9 days. I know that I was in Greenville during Hurricane Floyd, or the flood afterwards, and I know that it was hard to get resources, and it was hard to get people in here to help. A lot of roads were blocked. There was a lot of people stranded, nothing like Hurricane Katrina, but I would be interested to kind of hear why it took 9 days for people to get help that were in the Superdome. Um, as for the people who decided to stay in New Orleans, I kind of feel like they were victims of circumstance. Um, I feel like, for one, some of them chose to stay. I know there were many of them that did not have the resources to be able to leave, and I think it had more to do with their socioeconomic status than it did their race. I don't think that because they were black they were not able to leave. I think because they didn't have the resources, or maybe were not educated enough, they did not leave. Um, and as for, I think the government did not act as quickly as they could have, but in another way, this was the worst documented hurricane that the United States has ever um, seen, and you learn from everything that happens, and frankly, we had not ever dealt with anything that was of this magnitude before. So I think that has to factor into to the thought process of what, how the government acted, and I mean, I know that they made some mistakes, but I think also that um, the fact that we have never dealt with anything, they had never dealt with anything of this magnitude before, has to factor into that as well. I do think that this was a fair discussion. I think it's something that people need to talk about, something that needs to be said. Um, and I think that my worldview definitely affects the way that I think about this. Um, it was sad to hear about what the black man who was accused of looting, and the white family who simply found food. I think that's a very unfair statement. I think that no matter where you go or look, you'll find people that will make those kinds of statements, those kinds of assumptions. I think the book did not say anything about kind of further into how much relief they got, the efforts that were made. I know 9 days, but past the 9 days, and kind of how people were taken care of after that. So I think that's something to consider when talking about this. Um, and so I'm interested to see what everybody else has to say. And thank you.